3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to PK's webinar on technology for healthcare operations, co-hosted with Nuvolo. I'm Elizabeth, and I'm part of PK's marketing team. Before we get started, I'd just like to remind everyone that all attendees have been muted. We will, of course, be recording this webinar for future reference, and we absolutely encourage all attendees to leave any questions in our Q&A tool on the Teams platform. Hopefully we have some time at the end to answer them at the end of the presentation. So at this time, I'd like to hand things over to Dustin Smith from Nuvolo and Brian Blakey from PK.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm Dustin Smith. I am a senior solution consultant with Nuvolo. I've been with Nuvolo since really the beginning of this year. Prior to that, I spent almost 14 years with Intermountain Healthcare, where I held a variety of analytics and operations roles. And my last role there was the Director of Healthcare Technology Management Support, and I am a certified healthcare technology manager. Brian.
All right, thanks Dustin, Elizabeth, and thanks everyone for joining today. I'm Brian Blakey, Director of PK ServiceNow Nuvolo Center of Excellence. I've been with the PK organization for almost 4 years now, serving in a solutions architect role and currently director role. Before joining PK, I served in several IT management roles and was also the program manager for numerous ServiceNow, ITSM, and compliance initiatives for organizations across several industry verticals. Really excited to share more info today with you about Nuvolo and PK. Back to you, Dustin.
Thank you. So the connected workplace for healthcare, ultimately, what are we talking about? And so the agenda that we're going to go through today is connecting those different support teams and then really understanding what a single platform for all of those support services can do. And ultimately, what are the benefits of having that single platform that we call the connected workplace? What are the benefits of that in healthcare? And then we'll transition to really the better together story of PK and Nuvolo, and what are some of the implementation service offerings from PK? And then we'll finish up on questions and answers. So again, going back to who are the key teams supporting hospital operations? Well, first and foremost, you've got healthcare technology management. Who are the engineers servicing your medical equipment? Who are the directors ultimately guiding those engineers? And how are they supporting others? Then you've got facilities management. Who's taking care of a lot of that fixed equipment that also really ultimately supports that medical equipment and also supports those clinicians? Then you've got information technology. Who's supporting really your information systems, not only architecture and infrastructure, but also the hardware associated with that. And then you've got some ancillary groups, really your capital equipment planning and finance, evaluating the efficacy of the way you're managing your operations. And then you've got really your customer, a huge portion of the time, the clinical care departments, those clinicians that are ultimately, they're doing the best they can to serve the patient. And they're trying to do everything they can to not focus on some of these other activities. So within a hospital environment, there's multiple systems that these different groups are working on, and we're really taking this from the perspective of those support groups. So within healthcare technology management, you've got a computerized maintenance management system, a CMMS, that is really holding all of that device information. And that's the way you're going to ensure that work gets routed to the appropriate engineer, and that when it comes time for a compliance audit from Joint Commission or DNV, you have the appropriate information you need to defend yourself. Well, then if you go on to IT,